Local forecast with meteorologist Jackson Chastain starts now.
For a lot of us, we're starting off with plentiful sunshine, blue skies. Looks quite nice. It is quite crisp outside. But further to the south and to the east especially, Ephrata, Lancaster, Manheim, Lititz, you can kind of see these high clouds that have moved on in, and that is ahead of that low that is pushing up the coast. That isn't actually all from the low that has not yet arrived, but the earliest sign that things are going to be changing. Now, temperatures are already just a little bit warmer than they were Friday morning, 47 degrees, the current temperature in Harrisburg. We got 37 over in Loysville, so some places still sitting in the 30s. I actually imagine a lot of these ridge and valley locations have localized spots in the 30s, and even to the south and to the west, you got places in the low 40s. So a little bit of disparity depending on where you're waking up from. Yesterday ended up being a relatively pleasant day. We hit about 65, a lot closer to the average than certainly our low was, which was not even, it was about 10 degrees below. And that had everything to do with the fact that dew points were just incredibly low across the mid-state, as they remain so in the upper 30s and low 40s. So we're going to continue to see these cool mornings the lower that dew point is. Now, it will increase throughout the day, which will be good for us because we're going to see a little bit of rain in the afternoon and evening. Our high getting up to about 63. So basically the levels we were at yesterday. Now, this rain actually is more courtesy of this low to the north and to the west over parts of Ontario. The low to the south is going to take a little bit of time to actually get up into the mid-Atlantic. That's more of a Sunday, Monday kind of thing. If you're heading out to the Penn State game, trying to beat Northwestern, we'll see if we can do it, but it is going to be nice and cool, definitely light jacket weather. I would be on guard for maybe a stray shower, especially towards the latter half of the game as things start to get a little bit more active, but overall it should be a relatively dry event and hopefully a good game and a big win. But for the rest of the weekend, Sunday and Monday, those are the days to watch for the most rain that we can possibly see. Unfortunately, one of the problems that we're dealing with, while dew points do increase, they generally stay kind of around that 50-degree mark. So the low is fighting against that. Showers we see are fighting against that. And you can see in our precision cast, the activity stays relatively light through the afternoon. So as we get through Saturday into the overnight, you don't see too many of these yellows, these heavier downpours, and I think that's because those showers are fighting against that drier air. Now, Sunday morning should be relatively dry, as is the early part of the day. The question is, what happens after that? Some models are showing that rain shield quickly overspreading. I actually think it's going to be a lot more like we see light showers heading into the evening, and then overnight into Monday, that low shifts off to the west, and that will bring in the rain shield and the bulk of the rainfall that we'd be expecting. But we're going to keep you posted. We're continuing to watch that data and fine-tune that forecast. We definitely need it because that drought monitor is not looking particularly good at the moment. So quickly, your 7-day forecast staying in the 60s, in fact, dropping down so after a front on Wednesday. So it's really all or nothing here. We get the rain this weekend or we don't get much at all, Parker. We will see, Mike, we will see what we get.